What is up,
Good luck.
everyone? This will be my Vi Jungle video, and I'm going to teach you everything you need to know on how to play Vi Jungle. So Vi Jungle, very strong right now, one of the best junglers in the game. She does pretty much everything, and I'm going to show you everything you need to do. This game, I'm going to be playing in Diamond 1, and this game, we have Sejuani Jungle, who's solo invading me for some reason. That I think I'm just going to push her a bit. And I'm gonna just call that a lesson right there. The oink, the haram pig will never invade me again. Usually you should solo red or blue and start W level 1. This game I started Q for the kill, so what we're gonna do is actually start Q and just do the raptors here. And that's just, improvising, but generally just start W and then start E and do your second camp right after. But this game, you have to adapt on the fly. So Q, very straightforward. You can channel it. It does a short dash. If you hold it down, it does a long dash. You want the long dash, right? A lot of times for the CC damage and the bonus on everything. Otherwise, you want to do W. So here in this situation, we're just going to start W. You can see the W is a lot of your jungle clears in this W ability. It does a lot of % health damage, and it's really good against tanks. And Vi really good against tank comps right now. So that's why I picked her. I looked at Sejuani, the oinker. And I was like, it's just a good game to play Vi against the enemy comp. She's really good for CCing one target with her ultimate, so I'm going to be able to lock down Ezreal or Katarina. And the rest of them I'm able to shred with my build that I'm going to be going. So the rune setup, Conqueror with Inspiration. You want to go into first item Triforce. It gives you all the damage you need. And then Cleaver with the extra damage and ability haste. From there, you're going to be pretty much a god. And she's just really OP right now. I highly recommend you have her, in your kit. She's really good if you're allowed to kind of like farm without your team just losing their minds, because she really needs levels. She needs her experience, and she can't really fight that well. So your E is all attack reset, and it also, applies your W proc damage, right? Her whole kit is all about procking those W procs. Does a lot of damage, you can see. So you always want to kind of utilize that however way possible. Your Q applies one stack as well. So if you Q here, you auto, you can see that's going to do the denting bro proc. So just keep procking them. Auto attack E as a reset. And your passive shield as well is just important to remember. This ability is always going to be reduced every time you hit a W proc. So here it's on cooldown, so you have to hit a spell to proc it. So I'm going to get a shield. Boom. Now every time I proc W, the cooldown goes down by 3 seconds. So boom, you see it. And now it's going to be up again. So when you're jungling, if you want to be a bit healthier, you want to kind of juggle that. Usually your clear is going to be much faster before crab. You're going to be way faster than what it is. Obviously we started Q, so it's a bit different, but here I want to be in control. I just want to get the crab. Now I decide on if bot lane is any play. I have priority, and priority means there isn't really a gank. Sejuani wants to check here, which is a welcome sign, because well, there isn't really much for her to get here. So what I'm gonna do is just, she's really playing a little bit of a guessing game, so I want to do is just find her, see if she's here. And now I'm going to go on Katarina because Katarina dashes in. So here you have a few mechanics. You just want to flash Q here. Or Q flash as well. So Q flashing is the mechanic I just showed you. You can do what I just did, but it can miss sometimes. It's a weird ability with how you flash on them. But in that situation, I just did it. And that's how you want to kind of utilize it. Or you can flash Q earlier, but if the enemy team member has flash, I know Katarina is going to have flash. You can just flash out of that. So that's like the benefit of what I did, was like the Q flashing mechanic. And that's one of them. You can always improvise a bit with it. Here I'm just going to do my second camp cycle because I'm in a really good spot. I've already killed their mid laner. I'm in this position to do it, and I just want to clear it and be reset on a really good buy here. Lol pig is down again. Really good for us, and I'm going to base here. So here in this situation, my top is a winning matchup. The enemy comp is honestly looks really terrible. I should be able to control everything here. I should be able to do everything. So I like to one buy this. So the way you should itemize early is, so if you have enough 1200, one buy this. If you don't, get a sword and a ruby crystal, and then go into your phage afterwards, right? That's how your itemization is going to work. Just because this item, if you can one buy it, it just gives you more value, more clear speed. This is more, it's going to be good. The stats on a ruby is just going to give you a lot of health. This situation, what I like to do is just dragon, right? Vi is one of those junglers where you can just solo dragon early on and do it extremely fast. Why is because their W, this ability we're going to be maxing second. % health damage, right? So Here, you don't want to be full charging Qs when you're already on a jungle camp. You want to do half charges pretty much. Because if you full charge, it's going to throw you too far back. And it's a waste of, you know, auto cycles. And you want to be kind of playing around properly your auto attack cycles. So when you're on the camp, you're going to be like, you know, half charging it. But if you're walking towards it, you're full charging it, right? Because you're trying to get to it. In her Q, you have a max duration of when you can actually throw it. If you wait too long, it's just going to time out. So try not to let that happen. Here, I think Blitz might be, you know, looking for something on Crab. I don't know where Sejuani is, but I want this Crab. So what I do is just pink or ping. Now I see the Blitz. I'm like, okay, I can take this. And my goal is to just get 6 and then go for an ulti gank, right? My gank is not happening unless I get 6 here. Now that I'm 6, I can actually do something here. I can just ulti Ezreal from here and should die. And I'm able to get that Blitz shut down, reset aggro, and then we're just going to be gone. So I don't know where Sejuani is. She's probably full clear top to bot. So she'll be bot side now. So I'm not really looking to stay. I'm so far away from this area where my jungle camps are. So it's so much better to just base after a play like this. Reset, maybe drop a ward here and switch to sweeper. And now just kind of go on to the map here. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Because Sejuani hasn't shown yet, there's a chance she just went into my top side because she saw me go bot. So that is an option. We might lose some jungle camps. So what we want to do is always check red first, see if red is up. Red is down, so let's check Krugs. She usually goes to Krugs right after. Krugs is up, so she might still be, you know, lurking around, but she might be gone. So always go for those kind of, that's how you should check to see which camps are down and which ones are up. I mean, this situation, I should be able to just kind of save this kill. I just don't want Kale to get dope. That's why I'm here. I'm just trying to back her up here. She ulti me. Need Kale ulti there. Might have been able to leave. They're all grouped up there. I should have just left. They're playing really aggressively in their top side. Katarina stayed for like a year for some reason. I don't know why. I guess you get that. Have fun with your little void grubs. I'm gonna kill Katarina. I don't like it when they do that to me. But I'm not gonna do anything till my ultimate's up. So what we're gonna do is just farm our bot side in the meantime. And she's gonna be an easy kill. Actually, bot side's an easy kill. What the hell? Hold on a second. Let me go see what's going on here. In this situation, I don't have ulti up, so I have to hit the Q. So the best way to hit the Q is just kind of wait to see which direction they're going to go in. Here, I'm probably just going to flash Q right away. Because I know if I wait too long, he might get out. So here I do have ulti, right? But I'm not going to use it until I feel like I have to. If he flashes, I would ulti there, right? But if he doesn't, I can just save it because I'm just chasing him down. There's no threat to me. I'm relatively a fast champion. And I can just keep waiting for like Q cooldowns. Because your ultimate's a really important ability, especially early game. So shocked Sejuani hasn't done. Like, she hasn't done any of this. So I'm going to ulti right away here because we just need to lock down the Katarina. But once we lock her down, she's pretty much dead. I'm surprised Sejuani hasn't done, you know, these camps right here. I'm stuck. Like, how is it resetting? But I'm stuck. What is going on? And yeah, we're playing in Diamond 1. So these players are good, but they're not... No matter where, they're not always going to be the greatest people. You either have these people on your team or you have them on the enemy team. You just have to always play around as if you have those players on your team. We're going to be maxing W second, max Q first. And I'm going to base here after that red clear. Now, a lot of games I feel like I lose because of my own teammates and getting baited into bad fights, right? So you don't want to be getting into these sort of bad habits and those situations. Enemy team is pretty CC heavy. They're AP heavy. So what I'm going to do is just either wait for boots now or just go into Cleaver. So I don't want to go Sunder Sky. You can go into Sunder Sky. If you like Sunder Skies, I can go into Sunder Sky. I love Cleaver, so I like to go Cleaver second item. So what I'm going to do is go into, you know, the phage component, which is right here. So we're going to go into Cleaver second. So that's what I like. I just really like the Cleaver second buy. It gives me a lot of damage. Thunder Sky is also really nice if you like that. And yeah, just keep playing for farm, playing for objectives. Don't go crazy with ganks without your ultimate up, right? Like that's, I will emphasize, if you play Vi, your ultimate is just your bread and butter. Like you're getting so much value with your ultimate on Vi. And you just have no need to really over gank without it. Like priority is still the farm, right? Like I'm being able to do all these plays, all these ganks, while also just having my ultimate up still, right? So it's just a good value. That's just how you kind of want to operate, how you want to play. I don't have ulti now, but I do have Q, so I can just Q here. And cross here in case. I don't know what Kale's doing. I don't know what they're doing. But yeah, I'm going to go check it out here. If they keep going mid, I might go. I can go now, though. Probably see me, though. I can't really go in because if I go in, I'm gonna be in a bad spot here. And I need to like kind of like chunk them before I can go in. If I Q in, I'm gonna get blitz hooked into tower, knocked up, CC'd, right? I can get on Cat with my ulti there, but I don't have the damage to kill her before, you know, blitz can ruin that for me. And you don't want to be taking those sort of risks, right? Like even though I have my ulti up, I really don't need to be taking those risky plays there. I'm so happy with just farming, waiting for like these objective timers and just killing when it's actually, you know, safer and easier to play for. That's all you really want to do. I could base here technically, but I don't really have much to go for. So I'm just going to cross and see if there's like a counter bot play or maybe gank bot lane as they sort of push up the wave, right? So enemy team looks like they want to push because the enemy team is really low, so I can easily just play around them. What I'm going to do is actually just play for a bot dive here. Maybe not a dive, but I'm just going to one shot here. So here I get on the Ezreal, and then I have the damage on the Blitz afterwards. We're alive. That's how we do it. Power to the buy, power to the people. I have my cleaver. I might as well base now. I have my cleaver. And the map, the rest of the map's just going to be free for me to take over. And here I'm going to buy and just get ready for the rest of the map state. And third item. So here, this is where it's like a bit more flexible. DD is always really good. You can stack more HP. You can go Sterix for team fighting. You can go, if you want MR, Spear Visage is a really strong MR item as well. And there's just a lot of options, right? So you have to itemize based on like what you see and what you want to build. Could technically just go Sunder Sky too. It's all, you know, it's all really up to you. DD is really good into AD comps, but any team is not too AD heavy. Sejuani and Mundo actually are more AP. I don't have ulti, but you can see with my damage and cleaver, I'm going to do a lot more to her. Her ultimate's down. Should kill her. Irina could come now. There's a tower here. Damn. There was no Katarina. I was literally getting baited there. I didn't have to do that. But we had to do it at the same time. Mundo does do... You can see they're sort of mixed, but I would say they're more favored towards, you know, magic damage on these, like, junglers on these two. But it's a bit awkward with itemization. Mertrez, CC, they have a decent amount of crowd control, but, you know, they also... It's hard to really know exactly which boots are going to be the best always. But yeah, Thunder Sky, Serix, DD, good armor items. You can go Frozen Heart. If the enemy team was like a more auto-based comp, I would probably go Frozen Heart. But yeah, generally you're never really going wrong with any of those items. I don't like Maul. I think Maul's kind of bad. If you need MR, I would recommend just stacking like a Sunder Sky and then going like a Spear Visage after. It's usually what I find to be really good. Or you can go like the other MR item, Kinetic Recurn, which just gives you a really good shield. So those are like your generally options as well. I think my wave's fighting, so I'm trying to see if I can actually help him here. I'm gonna start with an early Q just to get in range faster. And I'm gonna see if I can just start with an ulti. Damn, I actually wasn't expecting Katarina there. That was a mistake too. Shocked to see her there. She does a lot of damage for me. And for boot upgrades, honestly, just buy them whenever you can. I think boot upgrades are super cost efficient now. So I would recommend you just buy them whenever you can afford them. That was not the best play for me though. I mean, I should have just backed up when I saw Katarina. It was a bit awkward to see her roaming without even, even going to the lane first. I do want to keep stacking dragons and keep playing off of that. There's no way this guy's just getting a free tower there. Crazy. I'm just gonna kill him here. If I kill him here, I don't think they can even fight dragon anyways, so I'm just gonna head there. I'm right after. And they're not really grouping here, so what I'm gonna do is actually just push the mid wave. Kill does have ultimate. Should have killed her there. Damn, I actually died. I should have just got out. I shouldn't have gone. I shouldn't have dashed back in there. Mundo's really tanky right now. But I think the enemy team's trolling pretty hard. It's a bit spicier than we would have liked. A decent amount of both damage sources, so it's really hard to tell what item I want. I already have a ruby. Well, I don't. I do. So I'm just gonna play it by ear and just see whichever itemizations I have. Easy dive in mid tower. This is insane. I do have ulti now, so I should be able to get this dragon. I did slow down a lot of my farming. Yeah, a bit too much for the game, for the highlights, for the tuber. And not enough for like actually properly farming. Few deaths. Overly aggressive plays without farming jungle is always going to lead to your defeat. It's easy to get carried away when you're just popping off like a goddamn champion in this game. But also you just want to make sure you play around what's important, which is your farm and objectives. I guess we're fighting again though. I might shield up, so I'm gonna go back in now. Ooh, that was getting spicy, man. I'm gonna be honest, things were getting spicy there. I was getting quite low. And Sunder Sky 3rd can always be really good buy here. Now we're able to get the dragon. There you see, you can actually buffer CC with your ultimate, right? So if you're about to get CC'd, you press ulti. It makes you unstoppable, right? So that's really important. Also, your W procs are really important for getting your passive back up earlier. In this game, like in those situations, like my passive coming up was really important to the game. I just need to Sejuani or Kale here. We can do this. Why does it take so long to spawn? With Otacon, just avoid the orbs and otherwise stay in melee range here. It does less damage. It does more if you're closer. You can also tank the orbs. It doesn't really do that much. With Vi, you have your passive shield. It's not really going to do much to you. And now you just want to make sure you smite it off. Because if you smite it, there's no orbs to get afterwards. You just want to secure it and the objective's over. That's all you have to do now. Smite it at 1200, get the objective. It gives you a cool little buff now. This one is really weird, but this is like the new thing. It's called spiritual purification. So now when you kill someone, it collects like a petal. And it also does like an AoE slow and percent damage, which surprisingly is actually really good. Like it does a lot for free. I think its Otacon is really OP now in my opinion. So don't really avoid, like try to like get it when you're ahead. It's not that hard to do. I don't want to ulti because I don't know who's behind them. And also I just don't know where the enemy team is. They could just CC me and it could be an issue. Now I have a perfect ulti angle. The back line is squished. And we can just collapse him completely like that, right? So pick your fights. Pick your fights well. You want a piece of me, huh? You want a piece of the champion? Yeah, I got W procs for days. Oh shit, we need backup here. We need backup, everyone. Keep hitting Qs. You want to just not full... You don't have to full channel Qs, but just make sure you hit them like this. Boom. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. And my itemization is always really straightforward. It's never really bad to have Sterix, but it's always good to have like other items as well. Sunder Sky. Not Eclipse. DD is really... DD is like the essential item whenever you're playing against any sort of like AD comp where it's like they have a lot of AD, or majority of their damage is AD. DD is just going to be really broken. Even this game, I'd probably go like a DD angle here and see from there what else I really need. It's usually the best armor item. I would say DD. In some situations, Frozen Heart can be really OP as well. That's what I find to be really good for me. But yeah, usually I go for that third item. Mundo, I'm just going to see if I can fight him here. Try to hit the Q. If not, just keep autoing him. Thinking about Mundo, you want to just keep spamming Q on him because it really reduces the passive afterwards. And yeah, the Otacon thing is really good. It does consume the roses, so you're still getting a lot of that value. But now it also does like the AoE slow after killing people, which is for the rest of the game. It's really OP. Before it used to like increase your buff value from like... What's it called? I'm not afraid to go in right now. I'm very strong. Boom. Boom. Kaboom. But yeah. Oh my god. Oh my, it's just come. Hello, pig. Oh, the tanks are after me. They're actually... I don't have the value to kill them here. I have to kind of kite them out here. Keep procking my Sunder Sky procs to keep myself going. Proc the W procs. Should live here. Beautifully done. Beautifully done by your boy Inori. But yeah, that's, I think Vi is one of the best junglers in the game. In solo queue. Just make sure you know exactly how to play her, because there are a lot of things you're probably doing wrong. Just remember from this video, if it helped you, be sure to like, subscribe. Check out my other stuff as well. I'm going to be uploading a lot more videos. Good luck on the game. Good luck on the climb. Good luck on the journey. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.